we have a pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We have roll call, please.
Donna Corbin-Savinsky.
Here.
Virginia Higley. Here. Robert Hendrickson.
Here.
Kevin Zorda.
Here.
Phil Kober.
Here.
Ann Collins.
Here.
Nancy Martin, absent.
6 here, okay.
Fire.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, fire evacuation procedures. If there is an emergency in the building, there's a door in the back of the room, or you could go out this door and down the stairs and away from the building. Thank you. Public participation? Is there anybody here? Probably not. But we'll still do it. Anybody want to talk about anything not on the agenda? Anybody want to speak regarding items not on the agenda? And one last time, anybody want to speak regarding items not on the agenda? Seeing none. Agent correspondence? To my right?
None.
To my left?
Nope.
Nope, okay. The one thing I did want to mention is we did receive the note from Attorney Elsden regarding a meeting tomorrow in Windsor. They're going to have some attorneys present, so that's a really good one. I hope people did sign up. We got it the last day to register, which was unfortunate, but yeah, it is a good meeting. Next is approval of minutes for November 15th.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of November 15th, 2022.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? No, I think that looked good. Can I have roll call, please?
Donna Corbin-Savinsky.
Yes.
Virginia Higley. Yes. Robert Hendrickson.
Yes.
Kevin Zorba.
Yes.
Phil Kober.
Yes.
Ann Collins.
Yes.
6 in favor, motion passes. We have a town attorney report dated November 28th from the town attorney, just giving us little updates on our litigations that are going on. Next is continued public hearings, we have none. New public hearings, we have none. Old business, we have none. New business, IW 674, 33 Aloha Drive, application for a wetland permit for a residential home improvement. Michelle Weeks, applicant. Bobel LLC, owner, map 63, lot 55, R33 zone. I hope I didn't mess up those names. Hi, could you state
Hi.
your name and address for the record?
Michelle Weeks. You want my home address or the house that I'm doing? That,
Home.
Home address, yeah.
312 Washington Road, Enfield.
Okay, thank you. Could you give us a little synopsis of what you're doing?
We are doing a 16 by 20 addition on a house that we own on 33 Aloha Drive, which my daughter and her husband and her family own it. She's expecting another child, and so we need to add on to the back of the house. It'll have a bedroom, a hallway, a bathroom, and a laundry room. Yep, and then we will have a basement underneath it, basically just for storage. It won't be finished.
Yeah, I thought it was like 2 stories.
Yes, they're, underneath there because their house is on a hill there, so they have a garage underneath it now, so they're adding on behind that. Yes, yep. Yep.
Georgie, do you have any?
Yes, I do. So in your packets, my original staff report did not include anything about like water runoff or site topography, and I thought that that's kind of important. So I revised it today, and just to like reinforce the fact that the site is pretty stable throughout. She's got the Great Brook towards the southern end of her property, where it drops down to an elevation of 128, which is not a steep slope. It's very gentle. I do not expect the water runoff from the addition to complicate anything currently existing with the flow. So just to reiterate that, it's a small section of impact in the 100-foot upland review area. It's unknown at the moment if there will be any soil stockpiling on site. However, the applicant has agreed that if there is, there will be silt fencing around it. The plan says a proposed one-car garage. However, the applicant intends to use it as storage only, and she will install a double door instead, as she said earlier. There will be no changes to the driveway or any other impervious surfaces. So basically, she's here because, like any other resident in Enfield, their home was built on a historic wetland, usually because of the historic subdivisions we have here in town. So she had to come in because of the activity from the 100-foot upland review area. Let's see. So the Great Brook, so it flows under I-91, flows under Route 5, and eventually discharges into the Connecticut River. And
I mean, do you actually see the brook on your property?
It's farther back, yes, they, you know.
That's what I was thinking.
yep, it's way, way back there.
Yeah.
I didn't have any current staff comments. There's no easement conflict according to the engineering department. And I did strike a couple of site specifics because it's a small home. She doesn't need an ENS bond. She doesn't need a landscaping bond. Doesn't need a plant plan, stuff like that. I did recommend one site specific, just about if there is soil stockpiling, just to install silt fencing around it, if that's okay. And that is all I have.
Thank you. Did anybody have any questions or comments from?
I think the only thing that I would maybe amend the site-specific is that we keep any soil stockpiling at least 100 feet away from, or we should probably at least 100 feet away from the stream
Yep, that's not a
itself.
problem. Yep.
Just looking at the picture, it's hard because we have the overlay on it. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to see where the tree line is, because that could raise a little bit of an issue. But I'm sure they can kind of work with that a little bit.
Anybody to my left have any comments, questions?
Excuse me, Ms. Chair. I do want to also include the fact that once she applies for her building permit and it gets to the stage of final COs, I will go out and do an inspection just to make sure the brook is safe and that everything's been good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect,
Are
thank
they
you.
redoing the driveway as well?
No, we just did that 2 years ago. so-
And this is the back of the house, right?
Yes,
So the
yeah.
driveway's not part of it. Yeah, it did.
Hopefully they don't rip. Hopefully they don't rip that driveway up.
It's
going back
far
there.
enough away from it, so they won't touch it.
Okay.
But you never know.
She's not doing the garage.
No, that's the new, that was the original proposed.
Yeah.
That's the existing.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't have anything. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I will make a motion to approve IW number 674-33 Aloha Drive, application for a wetlands permit for a residential home improvement. Michelle Weeks, applicant, Bobel LLC owner, map 63, lot 55, R33 zone, with our standard general conditions, as well as a site-specific condition that if there is to be soil stockpiling on site, the soil stockpiling will be a minimum of 100 feet away from the stream, and silt fencing will be provided around the stockpile.
Thank you.
Okay, can I have a second?
Second.
Okay.
Who seconded that?
I was waiting for her, but she was slow.
Do we have any discussion? No? Okay, can I have roll call, please?
Donna Corbin Savinsky.
Yes.
Virginia Higley, yes. Robert Hendrickson.
Yes.
Kevin Zorda.
Yes.
Phil Kober.
Yes.
Ann Collins.
Yes.
6 in favor, motion passes. Good luck on your addition.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Enjoy your holidays.
Holiday.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is any enforcement reports?
None at the moment.
None. Report of planning staff?
I have a couple things to report. Okay, let's see. I did a lot of site inspections these past few weeks. I'm going to catch up on them. So the first one of the ones I did was 190 Elm Street, Noble Gas, just to see how things are going at the wetlands mitigation. To our surprise, there is grass growing around the pond right now. They have planted all of their tree plantings. They got their maples, their oaks growing. They have gravel down to start the trails. It's going very well. The silt fencing is installed nicely. There wasn't any concerns about any failing silt fencing or any failing hay bales. Besides the fact that it's very muddy and very slippery, everything's going great for wetlands and they are on track. The next site inspection I did was a little bit ago for 117 North Street, just to keep an eye on what they're supposed to be fixing. They are currently removing the piles of debris from the upland review area as part of their original condition in their permit. However, so the soil scientists staked out the 100-foot upland review area with pink stakes. So when Lori and I walked out on site, we found one stake, and it's like, where are all the rest? And I'm like, oh, you gotta look up. They're on top the mounds. So it's still work in progress, but it's a lot better than it was originally when we first did our initial site inspection way back when. They do have a deadline to abide by, which was cut with the court and stuff like that. So I will be out to site again probably for the next 2 weeks, just double check some stuff. So that's that. And then I did 18 Sunset, the development of Jeffrey Filio's single-family home for him and his daughter. The one on Sunset is his daughter's house currently being built. There were some concerns with silt fencing because it was installed backwards. So I told him to fix it. He fixed it. I went back out. It was all backwards. I had to fix it again and tighten it in some areas. So that should be all good. I'm going to go out to site probably next week or the end of this week just to double check that it's all set. The next site we did was 118 Hazard All-American Assisted Living. Their site is pretty much done at this point. We are waiting for final as-builts. I did get their deep test pits for their soils in the mitigation area. I'll have to share that with you for packets and stuff like that. And the site isn't 100% stabilized yet, so I told them to keep the silt fencing up just to protect the vernal pools towards the east side of the site. The next site we did was 21 Bailey, Richard Zanoni's development of the two-family house. The house is built. The driveways are still being done. It's on like a temporary hold right now. I'm not sure what's going on with the building department side of things. But still fencing is a little rough in some areas. I did reach out to Mr. Zanoni to clarify these corrections, which he said he would. And I'll be back out site to them soon as well. And that is all the site inspections I have done so far.
Thank you very much.
Just, which one was Zanoni? Where was it?
Zanoni is 21 and 23 Bailey. He merged a lot.
Okay, yeah. So have we, do we know the status of the one where he had to move the fence? There's a little bit of a language barrier. But he
Oh,
had
that was
junk,
in Route 5?
Yeah,
up
yeah.
on
was it- yeah.
King Street?
Yeah.
over
I don't
by
know
where-
that one.
And he had, or I thought it was Hazard. Was it
Oh,
Hazard?
are you talking about 1700 King Street?
Yes.
The Carballos?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they are coming up on their deadline soon. As far as Rick and I have seen, everything's been cleaned out from the brook. The
Excellent.
fence has been relocated. Everything's been all set. They're in compliance now, the wetlands regulations. However, they do have that final site-specific to abide by where they have to submit an as-built of completion showing their property lines and where the fence sits currently. They were never able to contact the owner of the Burlington Coat Factory because they were in the middle of selling to True Storage. I think it was True Storage,
Yeah.
one of those. And we figured, like, you're fixing a violation. There's nothing much you can do.
Yeah.
Just, timeline process with the way the violations work and all that. So they proceeded, and everything came out good so far. They just got to meet that site specific, and they're all set.
Excellent. That's great. Thank you.
Yeah, the other one is on George Washington, maybe, across
So
from the DMV.
that one, yeah. So there's that one, and there's the junkyard
Yeah.
type of thing. Rick is actually going out to site this week. I'll be going with him, and we're just going to confirm that the owner has cleaned out the debris and that he's trying to come into compliance. The other guy still needs to come in to meet with the commission.
Okay.
Yeah, there's two of them. There's like the junkyard dude, and there's the dude on George Washington. I can't remember the address off
Yeah, I
my
don't
head.
remember the address, but I know it's over there. Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay.
Thank you.
Perfect. There's no new applications to be received?
No.
Okay, do we have anything in the works?
The only thing right now is just to look at the meeting calendar for 2023.
Okay, that's next on the agenda.
Yep.
So the meeting calendar we have, they have given us, I noticed July 4th. I don't think we're going to come in on July 4th. So we can cross that one off. Yeah, at least they put the date. That was a nice one.
We can get food outside and bring it in.
That's right. We won't have a place to park.
Yeah. We'll have people drop us off.
And then in November is Election Day. We usually don't
No.
do anything on Election
Yeah,
Day.
that one's already. I think it's already.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we don't
That
try to do
means
that
there's
one.
no meeting.
I mean, if we need a special meeting during that month
Yeah,
of
you know,
July or
set it.
It tends
November,
to be quiet.
yeah, we could work on something.
Let me verify the July dates. They might be a mistake because technically
I
the second
looked.
Tuesday is the 11th.
That's the first, right?
Yeah, the first is Saturday.
No, I mean the first Tuesday. So July 4th is
Yeah.
the first
First
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It is. Yeah.
So let me,
So we wouldn't have a meeting then.
okay, so we can just, we
So
can
that's-
cancel that if
Yeah,
you'd
we'll
like.
cancel that.
And then you could just have the one meeting in July and the one
Right.
meeting
Yeah.
in November.
And then
Right.
nothing in August.
Yeah, and if something came up, we would
Yeah.
do
we
a
can always
special
have
meeting.
a special meeting.
if we needed. So we needed a motion?
I move to adjourn.
No, we need a motion. A motion for the meeting.
Hang on,
I make a
Chair,
motion to
excuse
accept
me.
the.
Wait. I just want to make sure that you looked at all these
I
dates.
did, yeah.
Okay, good.
I mean, I did.
Yeah,
I
I
hope
did.
everybody did, but yeah.
Okay, now you can continue.
Now we can-
I will make a motion to accept the 2023-2024 meetings dates for Inland Wetland and Watercourse Agency
As discussed.
as discussed.
I'll second.
I'm just going to second it. Okay. Any more discussion? Can we have roll call, please?
Donna Corbin Sabinski.
Yes.
Virginia Higley, yes. Robert Hendrickson.
Yes.
Kevin Zorda.
Yes.
Phil Kober.
Yes.
Ann Collins.
Yes.
6 in favor, motion passes. Since we don't have anything for our next meeting, December 20th, I move that we cancel that.
I second that based on a lack of new business and proximity to the holidays.
And just to reiterate, if we do have applications submitted, they will still be received even if the meeting is canceled.
Right. Do we have to
Well, we can
vote on
always
that or
reinstate
do
it.
anything with that?
No,
I would
and-
say we don't do that just in the
Yeah.
case
Just
of
in
an
case.
emergency, yeah.
You don't have to vote to cancel it. It's up to the chair when I call you for the agenda on
Right.
Fridays.
Yeah.
So most likely we'll be canceling.
Yep, and if there is an application submitted, I will make sure you still receive the information. That way you have it to review. And then if you feel the need to continue, you have that right.
Right. Okay, that's good. Okay, now you can.
Now I can. I move to adjourn.
Second?
Second. Slow on
All
that
in
one.
favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
May the record reflect it's 7:18.
Correct. Thank you.